Hey guys, welcome back to the O2BT coding interview series. So in this video we're going to be talking about, given a singly linked list, how do we check for loops? So obviously you need to know about linked lists in order to tackle this question, and I'm going to be doing all my code in C. So at the very least, having an understanding of pointers and structs will help you follow this video. Alright, so our plan. The question is pretty self-explanatory. Given a linked list that has a loop like so, any given linked list, any generic list with any loop of any size, how do we detect this? So I'm just going to throw out some methods or ways of looking at this that'll get you stuck. So traversing the list with one pointer will definitely get you stuck, because if we traverse our list and it has a loop with one pointer, it'll get stuck in an infinite loop. So our program's never going to actually terminate. Traversing the list and marking our nodes is also not a good idea, because we really have no mechanism of doing that if we were just given a generic linked list, and it's definitely not worth our time in the program when we're chalking up the solution to invest in a way of marking the nodes. So probably not a good idea to go down that road. And traversing the list backwards from the tail is also similar to the first one, and also semantically, we were given a singly linked list, so there's really no way of doing that unless we have pointers to preves, which we don't by definition. Alright, so I'm going to be going through a correct method. I think that this is the most efficient way of looking at the problem, and yeah, so here's a hint. The way to solve this problem is really about thinking about iterating the list in different ways. So two particular different iterators are going to be the key to us implementing this program. So what we want is we want to have a fast iterator and a slow iterator through our linked list. And by definition of there being a loop in the linked list, they will meet up. So this will probably make sense as I write the code. So yeah, okay, let me write the code and then I'll explain it along the way. Okay, so I basically have it all set up here, so I'm basically creating a looped linked list to start off with. Oops. List. And then I'm checking for the loop in it. All right. So I already wrote up that function. We don't have to worry about that. All right. So let's write our function now to check the loop. It's going to take our head, and it's basically going to return a Boolean, a 1 or a 0, based on whether or not it has a loop. Okay, so we're going to declare two iterators, a fast one and a slow one. So two pointers to nodes to iterate. And we're going to set them to our head. So they're going to both start off at the head of our linked list. Okay. Next, we're going to write our while loop that's basically going to do the iteration. So we're going to make sure that our two iterators don't fall off and that they point to valid memory, like so. Okay, and now here's the key. So our slow iterator is basically going to iterate like a normal iterator through a linked list would, right? So it's just going to go, one node at a time through the linked list, right? And it's going to go back. But our fast iterator is going to iterate two at a time. Whoa. So our fast iterator is going to start from here and then go next, next. So it's going to jump two. And eventually, it's going to catch up with our slow iterator. And when that happens, we know that there's a loop in the program. in our linked list. Okay, so if slow equals fast, then we know we found a loop. And we return true, or return 1. Okay, and otherwise we know there isn't a loop. There's no way, if it was a linear linked list, that the two would meet up, so we return 0. Alright, so that's basically the complete solution for checking a loop. Excuse me. So yeah, let's go ahead and run that. Alright, let's make sure that we compile okay. Looks like that's all good. And let's run it. Okay, so remember that I created a loop linked list here. So that's the code for that. And there we go. It found the loop. Alright, so this has been a video on checking for loops and singly linked lists. Just another note that the runtime for this is a big O of n, so linear runtime, which is great. And yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, guys, and stay tuned for the next video.